Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
True Digital Media Consulting. You're online right now and so are your customers, but marketing has to be a consistent journey. True Digital Media Consulting can help with your online ads, organic growth, and so much more. Contact us today at 832-934-4436 or visit our website at truedigitalmediaconsulting.com.
The Unretreat. Are you still thinking that you can be Superwoman without any self-care? Do you feel guilty when your calendar is open and free? Ladies, self-care is not selfish. You have the power to give yourself what you need. Join the Maven Squad October 13th and 14th in Galveston, Texas for the Unretreat and give yourself permission to unwind, unplug, and unbam. The Unretreat is just what your mind, body, and spirit needs to be recharged and refilled. Get the details about this all-inclusive event at myrashaw.com/events and give yourself the gift of you.
Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hey, yo, what's good, my peeps? And welcome to Startup Masters. That's right, the podcast that's giving you the riveting content, the dopest guests, so that you, my entrepreneur, you do not have to skin your knee up to the white meat. We are team no white meat here, so you can learn from the mistakes that we have made. I'm your host, Kalia Guillory. You can follow me across all social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. The easiest way to catch me is at kogpassion.com. And boy, I am so happy that you decided to spend your evening with us. Ain't that right, G?
Ain't that right? How happy are you?
I'm
so
uber
happy.
I'm uber happy.
Ooh, exuberant in here.
Oh, keep
What's
them
up,
coming.
good people? Welcome back to Startup Masters. I'm your co-host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And we got a great show for you today. You know, we try to bring you the entrepreneurs that are out here grinding, people that we find out about, we reach out to, we bring them on the show to give you this excellent content and journey to talk about that entrepreneurship, to really get the behind the scenes look at taking a business to the next level and what the work it takes, the work ethic that's involved, everything that surrounds that business being prosperous. And we've got someone in the building for you today. We've got a good show lined up for you today, but remember, folks, we only shoot for the first 15 minutes or so on Facebook, so you got to go subscribe to get the whole content. But I'm excited, KG. You ready to rock this out?
Let's rock this out.
Good deal. So we don't always talk about the medical industry. Obviously, we've got a show on the Sphere called Docs where we bring in physicians and we talk health and wellness, but we want to do something like that for you today. So we've got the founder of Rowedocs herself, none other than Dr. Tisha Rowe. Dr. Rowe, how are you, my dear?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Well, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you being here, showing up in the building. Obviously, this is a platform that we've created to inspire other entrepreneurs, an avenue to sow back into those who have the desire, the fortitude, maybe even the tenacity, but they may not have the know-how. They may be missing part of the gumption. And it's people like you that have gone through the trials and tribulations that are available to share that journey. Are you ready to take that ride with us today?
Absolutely.
Good deal. So for those that are tuned in, make sure you get your digital pads and pens ready, as we're about to hop in this DeLorean, hit 88 miles an hour, and go back into time. Dr. Rowe, tell us, what was going on in your life when you said, you know what? I want to bring Rowedocs and telemedicine to the industry? What was going on?
Well, at the time, I had just finished my master's in business administration. I have an MBA. I had just completed my residency in family medicine. So, I posted yesterday, I felt like I needed a nap. I was really tired. I really did not have entrepreneurial aspirations. And it may sound crazy, but it's like you have all of these degrees and you're so exhausted. You're like, I'm done. And God has a way of really pushing you out of your comfort zone, because I thought I had my dream job. Like, I was on the schedule for my dream job. And my dream was, having gone through my pregnancy and raising my child while in business school, I wanted to work part-time. And I just wanted to really chillax, take it really easy. And God was like, nope. Not right now. And so after I already had the offer extended and everything, they're like, oh my God, we are going through some serious business changes and you are amazing, but we cannot keep you right now.
Wow.
Just out of nowhere.
So that was like gut punch. I remember I was like, okay. And I went in the parking lot and I cried. I was like, what am I going to do now? And so I tell doctors all the time, your network is your net worth. And I started going through my phone book, asking people, hey, do you know anyone hiring? And my first job was amazing. I really had a great opportunity. And in retrospect, it was a blessing, because I got to see an entrepreneur who I was working for. He owned 3 urgent care centers at the time, very young doctor, invested in himself. And I worked for him for a year before I decided, you know what? I want to do this myself. I have the credentials. I know what I'm worth. And he paid fairly, but what doctors are paid in general compared to what doctors generate it's laughable. And it's something that the industry has conditioned us that, you're doing really well. This is not something you talk about or something you think about. But what I liken it to is, imagine an attorney going to work every day and turning over 80% of the legal fees that he bills to his manager to manage his law practice. That would never happen.
Ever.
It would be like, are you crazy? Well, if you look at what doctors earn versus what they take home about 20% of what they generate for the system.
Wow.
So for the first time in our lifetime, we're seeing more doctors employed than in private practice. And I haven't verified this statistic, but someone shared with me that 25% of doctors in private practice in Texas closed their practices in the past couple years. So for some people, they may think, oh, well, what's the big deal? They're still practicing. They're still working for these corporations. But at the end of the day, the way you practice medicine on your own versus the way you practice medicine for a corporation is very different. So those were the driving forces for me. I saw questions in the system that I was not comfortable with the answer, and multiple employers did not seem motivated to solve those problems that I wanted to solve, and I could just not get up every day and write prescriptions without trying to solve those real issues within our healthcare system.
I feel that.
How did you solve those problems?
So
What did it look
at
like?
the time, like many people can probably relate, I was working at an urgent care. Well, urgent care has peaks and flows. So flu season, you're getting slammed, you're getting killed. But when things die down, like literally I'm playing on Facebook, right? I'm getting paid to play on Facebook. And that's not unique to the medical industry. There's so many industries where people are at work but aren't being productive because they aren't living out their passion and their purpose. Well, as I was playing on Facebook, people knew I'm a doctor, and they would just slide in my DM with their medical questions like, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you do about that? And after it happened time and time again, I was like, hold up.
I got a business here.
This is a business
Wait a minute.
opportunity. And
It's a need here.
I also, it wasn't really about the money. I was staying up until 2 a.m. creating health challenges for people because that's how I felt most fulfilled. Like, connecting with people online, I felt like I had better outcomes than I had in the office. In the office, it was like, bill. How do you get that level 4? Don't forget that modifier. Like, oh, these people are sick and dying though. Oh, but make sure you bill to the highest level or we will cut your check. Whereas online, I was connecting with people, making a difference. And I said, I'm a mom. I love being with my kid. I love practicing medicine. I love social media. How do I combine all of these passions? What is now telemedicine has been telemedicine for 20 years, but at the time when I was doing this in 2014, no one was talking about it. And so when I started looking at, opportunities and talking to people, hey, I want to do telemedicine, they're like, you will never get paid for that. You can't do that. That's not going to work, And that's a lesson for any entrepreneur. Do not listen to the naysayers, because you're just crazy until it happens, right? And that's what happened for me. Literally 2 years later, it was like, oh, telemedicine is all the rave. And suddenly, every college kid from Silicon Valley is starting a telemedicine company.
How about
and
that?
hiring doctors with 12 years of education to
go.
work for them. So I see every day people who lack confidence, doctors, regular people, to start a business. And what's the worst that can happen? Jay-Z says, to try and to fail, the two things I hate. Well, you have to try, right? There's no failure in trying. So if you are thinking about a business, start it. So what if you fail? So what if people judge you for failing? That's how entrepreneurs become millionaires and billionaires, by multiple businesses, and they write them off. And for them, it's just like a fun game. What business am I going to start this year?
The
Game of cat and
Come on,
mouse.
talk about it. There's a couple of things that I heard in there that I want to make sure people have caught. For those that are tuned in right now, or you're watching this on YouTube, or you're watching this via iTunes on the video side of this, or you're listening to this in your car on Spotify, you've got to follow your passion. Because if you're getting paid to play Facebook because you're not excited about the things that are happening around you in that work environment, that's a problem, folks. And trust, how many times, KG, have we heard the 10,000 no's?
Listen,
how many times
got
have
a pocket
people,
full of no's.
Come on, talk about it, right? But you've got to get out there. If it's your business, you've got to get in front of people and market yourself and get your passion, your dreams out there. Speaking of which, for those that are interested in a marketing opportunity or have the need for help from marketing, let's talk a little bit about True Digital Media Consulting. You're online right now, and so are your customers. The question is, how do you actively reach them? Marketing has to be a consistent journey, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. True Digital Media Consulting can help with website development, online ads, your business reputation, and organic growth on search engine. Give them a call today to discuss a customized strategy for your business at area code 832-934-4436. Or send an email over to info@truedigitalmediaconsulting.com. Mention the Sphere to receive a free 30-minute strategy consultation.
I mean, that's it right there.
Come on.
So, Dr. Rowe, talk to us a little bit about, I'm willing to bet there were some adversities, some obstacles you had to overcome, considering you mentioned early on in the beginning of our podcast that you didn't have necessarily an entrepreneur type of spirit.
Yeah, wasn't that?
So,
wasn't your ministry.
Yeah, it wasn't the ministry, but it's your ministry now. Share with our viewers just some of those aha moments where you're like, I learned from that.
I heard, I listen to a lot of different podcasts. I love to listen to podcasts, so I'm so happy to be here. And one of the things that I heard on a podcast maybe a week ago, and I can't remember who said it, she said she had a Teflon memory. And I had to hit up Google. I was like,
a Teflon
what do you
memory?
mean?
Wait a
And
minute.
then when I Googled it, what it said is like the substance Teflon, it
stainless?
has no memory.
Ooh.
Like you mold the material and then if something happens, it just lets it go.
Yep.
And so I can tell you, I've had so many aha moments, but as you said, with the 10,000 no's, a part of it is having to let those go and
Yeah.
not carry those heavy moments with you, no after no after no after no. I will tell you, one that I can think of that stuck out in my mind. I went to pitch to an investor who my, at the time, mentor, advisor said, pitch your business to him. He's a big guy. He's in this industry, you have a winning thing. And I went in there and I pitched, and I give every pitch my all. And he was like, yeah, nice idea, it's not going to work. Okay. Fast forward a year later, he reached out to me. And this happens more frequently than I think people speak about. And he said, I have a great idea. And I said, what is it? And he said, let's meet. Let's talk about it. And he sat there and sat across from me at the table, pitching my idea to me. And I honestly believe that some people are so used to stealing ideas that they don't even realize
that ain't yours.
that you're the one that gave them the idea.
That's my IP.
Robbing Peter to pay.
But he was like, oh yeah, I'm closing down this company. This is it. This is the next thing that I'm going to do. And this is going to be so great. And I want you on my team. And I said, well, and everything has a price, okay? When I built my company to sell.
Exit
so that may be a
strategy.
token for you all too. Don't get so
it
emotional.
in.
And I said, the only way I'll work for you is if you buy my company for what it's worth. And and he didn't want to buy my company for what it was
Not
worth.
at the valuation.
No, he just wanted me to work for him. And
Sure.
and when I turned him down, he then emailed me a letter to send to my board to, hey, just send them this letter closing your company and come work for me. And the aha in that was like, I'm the sauce. Right? You not only want my idea, forget that you stole it, but you want me to execute my idea for you.
Right.
So that means to stay the course, stay on the track. The other thing I would point out in terms of obstacles, first, any obstacle that you have is really building up to make you stronger, right? So look at the obstacles. Someone said to me something about my son Chase, like, "Hey, why do you send him to private school? You came out fine on public school." I said I also had lots of challenges in obstacles. I was motivated to get out of the neighborhood I was in. He does not have all of that. I can't recreate my childhood for him.
Yeah.
So those obstacles make you stronger. But with that being said, funding is a huge obstacle. And the huge obstacle is that you are playing a game. Let's compare it to poker. And you have $10 chips and they have $1 million chips, and you have to go head to head. And for the longest time, I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting you? I follow all the market trends. This person got 10 million. This person got 20 million. This person got 30 million. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm dotting my T's, checking my I's, what's going on? And I'm so thankful for Project Diane that did a research study that showed African-American women were virtually invisible to venture capitalists. We got 0.1% of all the income. They updated it and showed that on average, I think we raised like $40,000 per startup, whereas white males raised like 1.3 in their failed startups. So there, when you talk about obstacles, if we really want to get to the next level, we not only have to create businesses, we have to invest in businesses. I tell people all the time, everybody's not an entrepreneur, and that's okay. But if you know you're not an entrepreneur and there's someone in your network that is an entrepreneur, invest in them. You will go throw your money in Apple stock, in all this stock. At the end of the day, the people who are cashing out, they invested when they were a startup and an idea and nobody knew about them. And you have those people all around you today. Great ideas, great opportunities. We have to invest in our communities.
Come on.
It's so important. I mean, when you think of, you made me think of Arlen Hamilton, right? Like, she went out there with a couple of bucks in her pocket and was like, I'm doing this for the culture, basically, right? And then something else you said that was really profound, and I hope you guys got this, but just in case, I'm going to rewind the tape so you can make sure you get it. The gentleman, the investor that you originally pitched to, he attempted to, we all know he stole your idea, but he wanted to get you to come and work for his company. You said no.
Yep.
That was such a pivotal move because oftentimes, are we stepping over $1 million of equity to get to $100 bill?
Yep.
Hold
Like,
on. Rewind that, please. Play that back.
How often are we stepping over $1 million in equity
Come on.
to get to a dead Benjamin?
Come
Yep.
on.
Yep.
People don't understand it.
What do you really want? It's
They're
like watching
excited.
Shark Tank and you like, wait, you willing to give, okay, they want 25% equity of $1 billion, but you not going, you want to hold on to your 10,000 you did last year in annual?
Come on.
Yeah.
Folks,
What's going on
what do
here?
you think? You know what? Let me pause. Let me table this because the conversation is about to get heated.
Get into it.
But unfortunately, for those that are tuned in via Facebook, you're watching this live now. You're going to watch this later on Facebook. Hey, babe, you got to go subscribe. So head over to sphere.tv/Startup Masters. We've got a couple of options for you. You can follow us and subscribe right on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. We're even in your kitchen on Amazon Alexa. We are anywhere and everywhere podcasts can be found. Of course, while you're there, give us that constructive criticism. Let us know how we're doing. We want to continue to build a great show for you and your family and colleagues, and share it out. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share with your loved ones. Share with your haters. Share with anyone you know that needs the entrepreneurial spirit and gumption and some sound ideas to build their business. And last but not least, if you truly love what we're doing, sow a seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options. You could donate one time right on the website, or you could be a Patreon-based donator, and we can get some exclusive content that's just for you. So, once again, folks, the show's not ending, but make sure you subscribe right here at the Sphere. So, KG, I think there's something else coming down the pipe that people need to know about.
Listen, people really need to pay attention to this because I know it's going to be filled with unicorns.
Come on.
Dopeness.
The magic.
And excellence.
Hold on.
So let me ask y'all a question. Are you consumed with guilt when you take time to slow down or even do nothing? Somehow we've equated busyness with being productive. Don't fall for it, folks. You can have freedom when indulging in self-care. You deserve to honor yourself with what you need. You too can join the Maven team October 13th through the 14th in Galveston, Texas for an all-inclusive unretreat and give yourself permission to unwind, unplug, and unbam. The unretreat will be filled with ways for you to get recharged in your mind, body, and spirit. Secure your seat at miarashaw.com/events and give yourself the gift of you. Shout out to Mrs. Shaw.
She's doing it, man.
I mean, she's doing it, man.
Unbam. And I just found out BAM means bust a move. I didn't know that. So she's like unbust a move. Sit back and relax.
Hey.
So, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, listen, self-care is so important.
So
It's
important.
it's so necessary. And I think Dr. Rowe, I think this is a perfect time for us to understand, what are you doing for self-care? What do you do to recharge those batteries, to protect that creative space so you can continue to solve as you get those questions coming through your DM?
I think it is such an important thing that you mentioned about self-care. And I have a 7-year-old son. I've had him since I've been on this entrepreneurial journey. So I thank him for keeping me very grounded. Like I will walk in the door and he'll take my cell phone and go put it in the desk and lock it away. And he's like, no cell phone. So number one thing I would say for self-care is unplug, because social media is awesome. It's fun. I do social media while I'm multitasking. So I could be writing a proposal and checking something. But really, I think a part of self-care is taking that time to take a step back and say, I'm going to control the inputs and the energy that come into my space. But I like to have fun. I mean, anyone that follows me on social media probably sees that, you know, I'm a very balanced doctor. And I like to say I'm not your average doctor, because I'm not. You know, this weekend I went to see On the Run. You know, I had a pool day. So life is about balance. Work hard, but party hard. And I think this profession humbles you in that you see how quickly life comes and goes. So you never take a day for granted.
Yeah, that's
So
powerful,
good.
and that's important. And speaking of which, obviously having that great balance, I'm sure there are things that you have on rinse and repeat, some of the rituals you go throughout your week that kind of keeps things aligned. Would you care to share a few rituals that you have that you kind of abide by?
Working out, you know,
Okay.
health, and this ties into healthcare. So there are days where I am just trying to come up for air. But even if I go run around the block and do a couple jumping jacks, I try to be active in some way every day. Chase is now getting into basketball, so he'll grab me and say, come on, Mom, let's go shoot some hoops. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I get out there.
Just throw the ball in the air.
2 point,
I
1
try,
point,
you know,
4.
but I talk a lot of crap for somebody that doesn't know how to play. And so I would say fitness is that ritual, and it's so important
Nice.
because our communities are plagued with diseases that are, the impact is due to inactivity in the foods we eat. So if I'm going to be there and be a part of that solution, I want to, lead by example, not just say, hey, go work out, but I'm sitting on the couch. No.
That makes
So
sense.
that for me is my biggest routine, my biggest ritual, and prayer. Absolutely. Get up. Your instinct is, let me see what my last post did. But I always say, stop. Go check that Bible app first. Fill your spirit. Get a word from God. And so often it's exactly the word I'm going to need in the middle of the day when
Nice.
some crisis happens or something happens. And I'm like, okay, go back. Remember, rewind, and that helps keep you grounded and under control.
A little sprinkle of Jesus.
Just a little sprinkle in the morning time before you reach for
With a little
that smart
something.
device.
Little something. Now, when people go over, because I want to make sure people have a firm understanding of what you're doing, why you've recharged, you've got great balance, you're falling into your rituals, you are geared up from a ministry perspective, so your mind is right, body and soul are right. What can people expect from Rowedocs? What all are you all delivering?
So first, I want to take this moment to explain telemedicine, because as much as we talk about it, a lot of times as doctors, we're talking to ourselves. So telemedicine means the same way that you FaceTime your kid or your bae or mom, you can have that same conversation with the doctor. And after that conversation, which happens by going to Rowedocs.com and requesting an appointment, we'll send you a secure link to have that appointment. After the appointment, say we decide you need some lab work, right? We will send you to a lab. That means you're not sitting in a doctor's office for 2 hours. That means you're not waiting 4 weeks for the next doctor's appointment. That means you're not going to an urgent care where there's a bunch of sick people. You're literally going from your house to that lab, take my blood, done. I will call you or a colleague. We have doctors in 30 states, 5 countries that will call you with those results. Say you are going through some difficult period. Mental health is huge now. We can help you through those issues, those problems that you're facing, help you reset. Say you've had diabetes for a while. You have a doctor. You love your doctor, but you can't get that doctor on the phone. Hit us up. We're going to get you that refill until you can get back in with the doctor. Say you are having some issue where maybe you don't feel right, A lot of times we just saw Cruzada, very young, beautiful fashion icon, pass with stomach cancer. Every time I've diagnosed someone with cancer, they never came in saying, I think I have cancer. The ones that have looked up Dr. Google and think you have cancer, 99 times out of 100, you don't. But the person who is neglecting their health, taking care of the kids, running that business,
Sure.
Haven't been to a doctor in a while, kind of have this stomach thing that keeps bothering me, or this headache that won't go away, kind of feel a little bit of discomfort in my chest. No, it's not anything serious enough for me to go to the doctor. Yes, it is. And if you can't find time to book an appointment, go to a doctor's office, you can go to our website, click on that link, and within a day, somebody's going to be on that computer. That means take your meeting, take your phone call, see the doctor. Boom, I'm
Nice.
done. If it's your boo, your husband, your bae, he won't go to the doctor. Now you don't have to physically drag him there. Pull out the computer. Here's the doctor right here. Talk to her. And I've had people do that. And I'm like, it's cool. Sensitive issues people don't want to talk about. Erectile dysfunction. We can talk about that.
She went there.
I did.
Because-
With a smile on her face.
Very much so. Like it was cool.
That's
happens.
one of those things. It will take someone a while because of that embarrassment and that shame to say,
Hey.
I don't really, and they're never going to put it right. They're going to say, I have a cold. Okay, let's get to why you really came here.
Cold.
So that's
Code
what
words.
I do. I help people take care of themselves in a way that's convenient to
Nice.
them. iPad, iPhone, laptop, what does it cost? If you are insured, we can bill your insurance in most states. If you are uninsured, it's $100. If you go to that ER thinking the ER is free, you're going to get that $5,000 bill, and they're going to put that on your credit report. And now when you want to get that business loan, you can't get it. So instead, come to me for the $100 or one of my colleagues. You go to urgent care, right? They tell you up front, oh, it's $150. But by the time they've ran 5 tests and an x-ray, boom, your credit card bill is $500. So the things we do, we can help people who are uninsured or underinsured get the help they need. And really, we're bringing healthcare to you
Very
through
nice.
technology.
And that's the way it should be. Technology is that great equalizer, and
Yeah,
people
it
have to
is.
learn how to utilize that. Now, I know we're running short on time, so I want to jump really quickly into what you have to say as you point me down. You better do
Yes,
that.
I got you, boo. Because this portion of the show is sponsored by, you guessed it, us right here at the Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
There it is. Oh, gunshots.
Come
The
on.
fire. The fire. Dr. Rowe, obviously you've been on a long journey.
Yes.
From a place of, I don't even want to be an entrepreneur, to a place of there's a need. And you've decided to sow a seed using technology to change people's lives for the better. Where do you see this leading you and Rowedocs in the 5, 10, 20-year span from now? What can we expect coming down the pipe?
We definitely will be the global leader in telemedicine. And the reason is there are a lot of companies out there. There are not a lot of companies that are multicultural. So we cater to communities. We're not just one size fits all. You want a bilingual doctor? We're recruiting every race, every ethnicity,
Nice.
because healthcare really is about that trust relationship. And you have to respect people's need sometimes to see someone that looks like them on the other side. It doesn't mean a doctor of another ethnicity is not good, but that trust relationship is so important. So we don't want to stop with America. We are talking global. We want to hit international markets. Right now we're getting ready to launch a project in Nigeria. We're reaching out to individuals in China about bringing our company there, where we can take the resources that we have in America and really be a service to the world, be global citizens, not just here with this toxic cycle of fast food, pharma, healthcare, right? That's all it is. They all feed each other. Eat junk, take medicines, go to the hospital, get dialysis or something. We really want to disrupt that. We really want to help people to be healthier. And we believe that connecting those doctors who are very passionate with the patients who need them the most, bringing healthcare to them, that is the future of medicine. So when you walk into the barbershop, boom, in the back, there's a room and a tablet for Rowedocs. You go to church, boom, that first aid room that no one used, now that's the room for Rowedocs. Really putting healthcare in the community and partnering with people in the community who can get that message out to our people that your life is worth more than $1 on your head to that employer, $1 on your head to that health insurance company, $1 on your head to that car note. I want you to be healthy so you can truly live your best life.
Love that. What a tagline.
That's it.
I want you to be healthy to live your best life.
That's what we're here for.
And we need more entrepreneurs that speak in that era. And I think that that's so vital. Real quick, wipe the slate clean all the way back to the beginning. Same idea, same concept, same knowledge. We slide you some seed money. How do you rebuild Rowedocs in a different way than it's built today?
I think one thing that we don't see enough of or hear enough of is franchising. And I attended the International Franchise Association conference for the first time about 2 years ago. And if I had taken all of even if you didn't slide me any money, if I just took all the money I had from the beginning and built the model, made sure it worked, and immediately started franchising it to others, we would be 10 times bigger than we are. And so you look at things like Subway. remember, that's a franchise.
Sure.
So I think a part of the things that we struggle with also in our community is that I, me, my mind, right? I want to do this. I want to have this. It's me, it's me, it's me. And we have to look at more ways to partner together. So I figured this out. I've gotten lots of bump and bruise. When you say white meat, man, my whole body would be white meat from
Exposed.
on now, Bino.
mistakes I've made. But that taught me so that I could write the operation manual. And now I want to hand it to as many entrepreneurs that are interested in this space. I'm tired of walking into digital health conferences and being the only Black person and the only woman in the room. And if I see one more, it's like, ooh, yes, we need to get in these spaces because they're killing it. They're printing money right now. So it's my job to take what I've built and to share it with others. So if I can go back and do it from the beginning, I would have done that a whole lot sooner.
How about
Come
that?
on, proof of concept and then franchise.
Come on.
We be slipping on a franchise.
Yep.
I mean, you get licensing fee, you get monthly. I mean,
Hey, we can do a whole
that's
show.
another show.
It's a whole show on franchising. But that's it, folks.
Yeah.
Because of what you've been through, because of the trials and tribulations and the journey, we would like to officially coin you a startup master. Please let anyone that's tuned in right now, whether they're watching us or listening to us, let them know where they can reach out to you and hopefully subscribe to your service.
Awesome. So if you want to look up our services, go to Rowedocs. That's ROWEDOCS.com. Same handler on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And what I would ask anyone listening is do a demo. No charge to you, no cost to you. Try out the service, get comfortable with it, see how easy it is. So when that you really need it, you already know how it works.
Dopeness. KG, where can the good people reach you at, my dear?
My good people, you can reach me at kogpassion.com. There you can follow me across all of my social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, the book, and even my YouTubers. I'm over at KOG Speaks TV. What about you, G?
And of course, good people, you can reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity Chat, at G Hawkins, that's G Hawkins with a Z. If you got any questions about what we do here at the show, shoot us an email, startupmasters@thesphere.tv, or hit us across social media, @thesphere.tv. Use our coveted hashtag startupmasters, and we will get back to you. This has been another electrifying episode. We will see you all next time. Take care, folks.
Peace.